Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, August 31st. And we are looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader and a wild finish to the month. Now, a couple of things. Let's just start off. Number one, it was the first day I live streamed my market profile all day, which to many people in the room was a huge benefit, especially for people that are just learning the market profile and thinking of getting it. So again, if you have any interest in learning the market profile, which I believe is the best visual tool to helping you become a successful trader, come join our room and check us out because I will be live streaming this all the time. I also live stream the triple Qs once in a while when the SPY was quiet to show them, to show the traders in the room how, even though we never had a trend day, the triple Qs had a chance for 4 sets of single prints and they all got filled. So that was exciting. We go out with a price probe for the first time ever, I think, on both sides of the market. Now, by that I mean we made a new high in M, and then even though when we ripped down, now you see it's N that came and made the new low, but on Charles Schwab, which is what I use as my final tally as far as where we close, we have a close of 349.06. Well, that means it had to happen before 4 o'clock because they closed at 4. So I am going to actually use N as part as M and use 349.06 as my close. So probably for the first time in history, I have a price probe to the upside and the downside. We are 12 wide out of 13 time frames. So buyers and sellers were very happy to do business there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we attempt to get there tomorrow. Now, our all-time high is still in the pre-market. We did not get it. However, that was some rejection when we got that high. So do we have short-term excess? I'm not saying we do. I don't know if we do. We won't know until we go forward. However, I did add to my 355 puts up here. Boy, did I get them just at the right time before they flushed. So I bought I only bought 5 more. I had 10. I added 5. I actually took 3 off as we came down. I bought the other 5 at 6 1/4. Sold the 3 out between 670 and 7 1/4. So, too bad I only bought 5 and not 50. So we'll see what happens with those going forward. It was a very good day in the room for a couple of reasons. First off, the short-term algos were very, very cooperating in being able to read. So we had very nice longs down here, shorts up at the highs. It was a very good trading day for all of us in the room. As far as my trades today, in A period, when we opened, I took a long against the price spike, which was G's high. We never got to it. Went back up and had a nice trade on that. Now, every trade I took today were expirations today, except for the last ones I took, which were the September 14th. So I took the long, the 349 calls in A against the price spike. That worked out nice. In B period, we got back up, got above the open and got below, and then when it came back down again, I thought maybe we'd have trouble getting above the open and see what we did. I one time frame down. Now I'm in 4 tick increments. ES never did, but we did one time frame down in SPY. So when we got back to the open and took a short and rode it back down, those were the 351 puts at that time. C period, when we took out B's high. Now, the trade would have been early to buy a call at B's high, but I didn't. But we had no tempo when we got to around A's high. We had a poor high. It looked like the algos did not want to take out Friday's high yet. Took a put play on that, rode it back down. So that was a nice trade. D period. Now, D period did a nice reversal bar. We flushed out and flushed out hard. First, we took out C's high and then reversed and went down. So when it went down and ripped down, we took out the POC from Friday. The next destination was going to be the afternoon pullback low. We didn't get there. I took a long at D's low when we tape it off. That went back, which was nice. But the better long I took, and these were the 349 calls, was an E period. I said, if we don't take out D's low right away, the odds of those single prints holding are slim. Well, that's exactly what happened. It took a long. I could have even added to it when we got down, didn't. Went up, filled the single prints with 349 calls again. That was a nice trade. Then an I period. Again, now I'm like, well, we're not getting any tempo either way, so I'm going to be fading. I did that. Faded a new high in I. Bought the 352 puts. Took that down. J period. I was looking for us to stop one-time framing down and get an afternoon pullback. Took 352 puts there. That worked out nicely. Started a long position in K. No, it did not. I took my puts off. I had the rest of my puts, had some left. I thought we were going to get to value low. We went back up. Actually, we had the reversal bar early, but then I took off the rest of the puts when we went back up in K. L period came down. Looking for the afternoon pullback. Took a long here. 349 calls. Those worked out very nicely as they went right back up. In fact, a couple of times I took those. And then in M period, I took the 355 put that expires September 14th over here. So, I'm just looking at something on my computer. I apologize. So, it turned out to be a really, really good trading day. Let's go over destinations for tomorrow. So, for the upside, 350.35. We're 12. Now, we're going to have some weird destinations because the first one, the downside, is I and K's high. That's the price probe. So, 350.35, 12 wide, first upside destination. Then 351.30, today's high, which is a monthly high now, and an all-time high. And then 352.55, which is our pre-market all-time high. For the downside, I'm using I and K's high as the price probe. Right now, it's firmly rejected, but we have to see tomorrow. 350.88. Then we don't have anything to today's low of 349.06. 348.75 afternoon pullback low from Friday. 348.15 daily low from Friday. Then we have 346.53 daily low from Thursday. And then we have all the single prints, which I'm not going to give you now. We'll see where we're trading tomorrow. If we're trading lower tomorrow, I'll give them to you in the morning video, especially for the new people in the room. Okay. Now let's go. And then I'm just quickly, here's the triple Qs, right? They had 4 chances for single prints. Never happened. But they ended up obviously hitting an all-time high again during the day. Now let's go to the charts. Okay. Monthly finishes the month on a really strong note, hitting the all-time high. Doesn't get the pre-market all-time high, but we are $11 above February's high, right? So very, very healthy. We'll see tomorrow if we can take out August high right away. Weekly. Take out last week's high. We're one-time framing up 9 weeks, okay? Now, again, the way we pulled back in, we pulled right back into last week's range, obviously. We're going to see now going forward, was that some short-term excess? And then look at the daily. Again, we took out, we're one-time framing up for 8 days or 7 days? 7 days. One-time framing up for 7 days, but we closed inside yesterday's, Friday's range. Can we take out today's low tomorrow? If we're able to do that, that's the balance I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this market falling apart. I'm not talking about going out and taking out last week's low right away. Is that possible? Sure, it's possible in the next 2 weeks. I'm just looking for some two-sided trade. So if we take out today's low, we'll stop the one-time framing up in the daily at least. Remember, you can't stop one-time framing up in the weekly or monthly until you do something in the daily first. That's all I'm looking for when I'm taking those small put plays. And believe me, they're small. I have 12 in one, 10 in the other. Believe me, I was hoping M period had gone higher, and I was looking to take a bigger position between 25 and 50 contracts. That would have been beautiful if that had happened before that flush out in M period. But you can't always get what you want, right? Anyway, I hope you had a great day trading. We've had over 10 people. We are 160 strong now in CamelbackTrading.org, as we had 10 to 12 people sign up between yesterday and today. Great group. Come check us out, CamelbackTrading.org. Have a great night, and I'll speak to you prior to the opening tomorrow.